Good morning. Today is Sunday, June 28th, and we are in the final chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. Matthew 28. There's only 20 verses. This is the very end of the story, but it starts out like this. After the Sabbath, as the first day of the week was dawning, today's Sunday, again, we have a coincidence. Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to the tomb. And we all know what they found. So whereas the 27th Saturday night leaves you empty, Jesus has been, he's been interrogated, flogged, betrayed, denied, deserted by his friends. But Sunday's coming. So this is Sunday, the resurrection of Jesus. There was a great earthquake, and the angel of the Lord descended from heaven and rolled back the stone and sat upon it. His appearance was like lightning, his clothing as white as snow. This is a very descriptive part about an angel. Not a lot of angels are described in the New Testament. I think this might be the only one. There are angels present, but this is a description of an angel here. This is that angel is, appeared like lightning. Do not be afraid. I know that you are looking for Jesus who was crucified. Well, he is not here. He is not here. He's not here. This is a grave. Don't look for Jesus in the grave. That's the lesson there. That's the message. It's very hopeful. As COVID ravages and people are afraid, and there are more graves and more cases and more people on ventilators, don't look for Jesus in the grave. Jesus may be there right beside the people weeping at the grave. Jesus may be there in the hospital, in the ICU, right alongside, knowing what it was like to be human and to die. Then, we know what this is. The story is very familiar. It's our Easter story. But then there's this part in Matthew where the guards come back and tell the chief priests what happened, and the chief priests pay them a great sum of money to lie and say the disciples came and took his body. And Matthew says that it's still told today. It's very an odd passage, I think. So they're told it's a conspiracy. It's a cover-up. And didn't work. Nice try. And there's not a lot of sightings of Jesus after. They went into Galilee, to the mountain where Jesus directed them. When they saw him, they worshiped him. Some doubted, and Jesus came and said to them, "All authority in heaven and on earth is given to me, so go therefore. Make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you." Doesn't stop there. And remember, I'm with you always to the end of the age. Don't look for Jesus in the grave. He's right here beside you. Happy Sunday.